Now, if we take the form that we've already created, the FRM form new customers, we can have a look at a very special use of the combo box, the drop list. We've used it already to add the country and the marital status in two different types. One is looking at the data in another table. One is simply drawing on some text values. Now, if we go into design, now we don't need the property sheet, so we can close that and go to choose the combo box and then come down into the header here and click. If you get this warning, you need to make sure you click open to open the wizard. Now here we have the same combo box little wizard that we've already used, except the third option here is the one we're going to now investigate. This third option will allow us to find a record on the form based on the value that I've selected in the combo box. So we're going to have a drop box that gives us all the first names and last names, for example. We choose the person we want, and then it jumps to that record. So next. Firstly, we choose which information we would like to see. Well, I'd like to see the first name, the last name, and probably need to see the city as well. However, we're going to need the CID, the customer ID, so that Access can uniquely identify the person that we're interested in. Next. This is the information as we will see it. Hide key column recommended, as we've seen previously, because if you unhide it, we'll then see the CIDs. Well, they're not really for me. As a human, I want text. Let's let Access worry about the numbers. Next. What label would you like for your combo box? Select a customer. I'm giving the user a reason to want to click into the box. And finish. There's my little label. Let's move that along a bit. And I know we're going to need to widen this box. Save our form and view, and see what happens when we click the drop down. We get to see the first name, the last name, and the city. And we can scroll through this list of 18,000 people until we find the one that we want. It's that one there, Angela Butler. One click, and it jumps to Angela Butler's record. How clever is that? Tamara Liang jumps to Tamara Liang's record. Now with a combo box, same as any combo box really, you can actually start typing and it will start looking down the list. So Y brings up Yolanda, Y-O-L, and I go into the drop down and I'm at Yolanda. Now the data itself is not sorted or appears not to be sorted. It is actually sorted. It's sorted by the ID number, which again makes very little sense to me as a human. I would like them sorted sensibly by surname or first name. In order to do that, I need to be back in design. Bring up the properties of my combo box. So let's right click and properties. And here is the row source that is driving that little drop box. If I click the three dots, I'm taken into what looks like a query and is really a query grid that is showing me how the combo box is made up. The CID, which I don't see, then the first name, then the last name, then the city. Well, if I change the last name to be before the first name and then sort them ascending and ascending, what I then do is I just close this query builder with a little close here or a little close here. And I'm asked if I want to update the changes to the SQL statement, so to the standard query language statement. That is always a yes if I've made a positive change. Make sure I then click the row below just to ensure that when I leave that box there are no errors. And then when I view, I see that they are now in surname order, so I can actually start typing a surname and you can see then it jumps down the list alphabetically. And I'm at the Browns. Find the one I want, Grace for example, and it then jumps to that particular record. So this is just a clever use of a combo box to display the records or part of the records in the combo box. You then make a selection. Access uses the ID to search for the correct record to then show you. Particularly if you have a lot of records as we have here, this is a quick way of finding the particular person you're after when a search isn't quite going to do it for you.